I am sorry. Welcome everybody to All Hang Up and Listen, brought to you by Fatty Beer Company, Western New York's premier market and tap room with over 300 beers to choose from at 7 different Western New York locations. If you need a beer, make sure you get over to Fatty Beer. Let them know we sent you over here at Two Goalies on Mike. And of course, Extreme Discount Mattress. The place to get a new mattress, whether it's they sell mattresses up to 80% off, especially at their new closeout center at 1625 Walden Avenue in Cheektowaga. So make sure if you need a new mattress, get over to Extreme Discount Mattress. Let them know we sent you over at Two Goalies. I'm like, you get yourself a free mattress protector with any purchase of a mattress. Team USA winning their first gold medal since 1980. Since 1980. An incredible performance. Connor Hellebuck, tournament MVP. And you could probably, the one thing with him coming into this game is, would he be able to shake that monkey off his back of not showing up in the big moment? And boy, oh boy, man, did he show up today. Absolutely showed up in this moment. And it can't be understated. Team USA does not win this game without Connor Hellebuck. That if you go to that whole deserve to win-o-meter stuff, like, there is no chance they win without Connor Hellebuck. You think about the save he made on Devin Teus, who had a sure goal on his stick. And that's going to give him nightmares for years on end, by the way, too. Like, that should have been a goal. 99 times out of 100, that's a goal. But Hellebuck throws the paddle back, gets his paddle on it, keeps it out of the net. You think about Nathan McKinnon, who had a wide open net. And I say wide open, wide open, and misses the net. And so many other chances. I mean, after the first period, the second and third, Team USA played on their heels for the majority of this game. And they were really leaning heavily. I even tweeted, I said, you can't expect to win a hockey game like this and expect, your goaltender to play like 98 Nagano Hasek. And they were found a way, though. 3-on-3 overtime. I'm not a fan of it in the Olympics because it's not traditional. But again, they found a way. They found a way, and they Jack Hughes. Again, there was a picture of him that was tweeted out. It was him with the American flag draped over him, and there was a picture of him with the American flag draped over him, missing teeth. I mean, guy was born to be a hockey player. What a picture. Quinn Hughes scoring the game winner in the quarterfinal. Jack Hughes scoring the winner in this quarterfinal. What a really feel-good, beautiful moment, too, when they brought out Johnny Gaudreau's family, his kids, and, skated a lap with his jersey. A guy who surely would have been on this team had that tragic accident not happened a couple years ago. Tage Thompson had a hell of an Olympics debut after scoring the golden goal for Team USA in the Olympics. In the men's worlds. In the the offseason. Has a couple goals here in the Olympics. Was a very integral part into helping them get to this gold medal game. Super proud as a Sabres fan, as a Team USA fan of him. And just, I mean, given the state of the world and things that, you sometimes you look for those feel good moments, and, this was one of them for sure. And, regardless of what my feelings are away from hockey, putting all that stuff like politics aside, ton of national pride here today for Team USA winning their first Olympic gold on the 46-year anniversary of the Miracle on Ice. Today is the 46-year anniversary. Mike Eruzione, a couple of the players were in the building, and, they gutted that out. That's a definition. That's the only way to explain it. Team USA was able to gut this one out, get it to overtime. And I tweeted it out during the game. I said, all the breaks went their way today. The power play opportunities, the bounces, the blocks, everything that could have went their way today went their way. What turned out to be like a 3-minute power play at the end of the third period, that's time you spend in their zone. They don't spend in your zone. That's the way I look at it. Get that one to overtime. And hats off to Canada too. Hats off. That was an incredible hockey team. Again, some may say more talented, but I think Team USA was more of a team. You think back to that 1980 team, how much outmatched they were offensively by Team Russia. Again, apples to oranges, right? Amateur college players versus today NHL players, but they really leaned heavily on their goaltender Jim Craig. Today they really lean heavily on their goaltender and Connor Hellebuck. They played on their heels a lot in 1980. They played a lot on their heels today to protect the lead. But then Makar, Cale Makar scores on Hellebuck. He was the only blemish of the game on a great shot. Walked it in and beat him blocker side. But they gutted it out. You have to way to gut it out. I guess today Team USA was just more built for the moment. And hey, again, it is a unbelievably well-coached team for Canada. And honestly, if you're a Team Canada fan, how could you honestly complain about anything? I don't want to hear anything about the rest. You guys had a 5-on-3 advantage. 5-on-3 advantage, and you couldn't cash in. You couldn't. I don't want to hear them all, too many men. They're not calling that penalty at that moment in the game. You guys were given plenty of opportunities to win this game in regulation, and you didn't. You didn't. So, but having said all that, just a fantastic performance by both teams in this Olympics. Jordan Binnington, big game Binnington. I thought he had a good game too. Obviously didn't face as many pucks as Connor Hellebuck, but if I'm Connor McDavid, I'm getting on the phone with my GM. Is I need Binnington in Edmonton because that is a team that's rebuilding. And big game Binnington. I mean, I still think, granted, yeah, he probably wants that golden goal the way that went in. He wants that back. But if I'm Connor McDavid, I want to get Binnington in Edmonton for this playoff run, right? That's what I want. I mean, you've seen it enough. I mean, St. Louis is an awful team. It is an awful team, and I'm not a fan of Binnington personally. I think he's a dickhead, but he shows up in the big moment, and maybe that's what Edmonton needs. And maybe it's not Tristan Jarry. Maybe you go make a deal for Connor McDavid because you're on a very limited clock with him. He did not sign a long-term deal. I think it was a 3-year deal. And you're on the clock with him. So maybe that's one of the moves you make in order to get a Stanley Cup in Edmonton. But partner should walk by. But again, tons of national pride. And I'm looking at TV right now. Their U.S. bobsled team is getting ready to go themselves right now. I have no idea what the medal count is, but this year, for the first time since 1980, when it comes to men's ice hockey, and shout out again to the women's team winning gold, men's team winning gold. Just unbelievable performances all around by Team USA. Again, as I watched the bobsled team do their run here. Also a sport that is incredibly fun to watch. Also a little scary. I can't imagine what it's like to be in one of those things. But they're making their run right now. They're behind on time by a second. The time to beat is Germany at 2 minutes and 23 seconds. Yeah. I don't think they're going to be able to pull this one out. But I think they just crashed. Nope, no, they didn't. They crashed. Sorry, I was wrong. Can they make up time in the straightaway here? Oh, no, I don't think they're going to be able to. The German team put up a great time of 2 minutes, 42 seconds, 8.86. So, and they finish about in their third heat. They finish about 2.5 seconds behind Germany. But again, good performance. I'm sure they may have a chance to medal here. But getting back to the game, goals were scored. Again, Jack Hughes with the golden goal. Who had the first goal? Oh, it was Matt Boldy early in the first period, splitting both Cale Makar and Devin Teus. Again, just another moment for Devin Teus. He's going to look back on it and be like, oh, my God. Oh, my God. Norway still leads medals across the board. Wow, okay. That's impressive. Thompson. But super happy about the performance he got here for today from Tage Thompson. And I know he didn't play he didn't get a ton of ice time today, but he was in on a lot of plays. I think if you're Tage Thompson, you're super proud of the performance you gave today. I know he's going to get a huge ovation from Sabres fans in that first home game back. Probably very reminiscent of when we welcomed Hasek back, even though he played for the Czech team. the ovation that we gave Hasek. Remember when Ryan Miller won won silver. He lost to Canada in Pittsburgh. He got a bigger standing ovation, a louder standing ovation for his performance as the goaltender for Team USA in the Olympics when they won silver than Crosby got for winning gold. So I'm excited for that first home game back. See what type of see the loud reception that we give Tage Thompson for winning a gold medal. Just again, a guy who was snubbed from Four Nations team, and again, I don't understate that word. He was snubbed. Played with a chip on his shoulder after that. Got himself into a good position here to make Team USA. Played very, very well. And I have to admit, he's very proud again of the performance he had for Team USA here in this Olympics. I'm not sure. Maybe somebody in the peanut gallery here. I'm sorry, I haven't hit a lot of your. I know that the peanut gallery is going. A lot of you letting me know that I was muted for the first couple of minutes, and I apologize again for that. That's on me. But I don't know what happened there too. Like it's loud in here, so I pressed mute before we would loud. But normally, once the introduction ends, the mute button automatically turns off, and my microphone, which here glows green, that tells you that your microphone is working and you're not muted. Like right now, if I were to touch it again, it's green. I'm live. It was green the whole time, so I'm surprised that I was muted. I guess again, I don't know what happened there, so I do apologize. So you hear from A Barber. I'm proud that he gutted it out. Tage looked like his foot was bothering him. Hopefully, it doesn't leak into when they return, to the NHL. And we don't really got an update on Dahlin after what my opinion was like a slew foot or a slew knee by Brady on Dahlin in their game against Sweden. I know we didn't really get much of an update on that. I know he did an interview after the game, so people seem to think that he was okay. But he did not play a moment of overtime, like almost 4 minutes of overtime in that game. He didn't play at all. So for me, it's like, he's probably your best player. I don't know why he didn't see a moment of ice time in overtime. So hopefully that's not a serious injury, a back or a concussion. Hopefully, everybody returns healthy. And it looks like, we'll have a much healthier roster when the Sabres return. To play here on the 25th. I believe they play in New Jersey, actually. So what a reception that'll be. Jack Hughes will probably get a massive, massive ovation in his first game since the Olympics. I'm assuming that's his first game. Tage Thompson will be in the house too. So that'll be fun. That'll be fun to watch. Definitely won't be can't miss hockey, right? So I'm gonna wrap it up here, guys. Again, I apologize for the hiccup there to start. I got mute monster there, and unfortunately, being here by myself running the show, I would need to pay more attention to the peanut gallery, I guess, so I know when that happens. But we'll talk to you guys later. USA Hockey is do or die. Please remember, this has been brought to you by Fatty Beer Company, Western New York's premier market and tap room with over 300 beers to choose from at 7 different Western New York locations. If you need a beer, get over to Fatty Beer. Let them know we sent you over here from Two Goalies, One Mic. Also, you cannot forget Extreme Discount Mattress. One of the best places, the very, very best places to buy a new mattress. I have one myself, and it's really done a world of difference on my back. I always said there's 2 things you need to take care of. It's your feet, your back, your neck. And I do both. So with Western New York's finest selection of mattresses and adjustable beds, featuring the cool gel memory foam, 2-sided mattress, Tiller latex, organic mattress, Chatham Wells, Scott Living, all for 1/3 to 1/2 the supposed sale prices anywhere. So stop in any of their 7 locations across Western New York, or check out their website, extrememattress.com. That's Extreme with an X. And if you're looking for even more savings, check out their new closeout center at 1625 Walden Avenue in Cheektowaga. Up to 80% off their already low prices. Save a fortune on one-of-a-kinds, closeouts, and floor samples. You can get a quality mattress for literally pennies on the dollar. Extreme Discount Mattress. We sell mattresses for less, a lot less. Also, don't forget to mention that you're a fan of Two Goalies, One Mic, and you get yourself a free mattress protector with any purchase of a mattress at Extreme Discount Mattress. And, of course, Impulse Physical Therapy of Western New York, located at 5087 Broadway, Suite 100, New York. 5-class staff, 5-class services, 5-star 5-star facility, 5-star staff. And if you have a injury at work, on the ice, on the field, I can't express it enough. If you need to get healthy, rehab your body, get your strength back, please get over to Impulse Physical Therapy. Hey, Western New York, it's time to ditch the physical therapy clinics that treat you like you are just another number and step into a world where you're at the center of your care. Impulse is owned by Buffalo's only board-certified sports physical therapist. We work one-on-one using science-backed technology like 3D motion analysts and force plates to help you exceed the goals and become the healthiest, strongest version of yourself. So come experience the Impulse difference today and mention this for a discounted $77 assessment visit. So shout out again to Fatty Beer, Extreme Discount Mattress, and Impulse Physical Therapy. If you enjoyed this podcast, when you have been able to hear me, please make sure you're subscribed on YouTube. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button, a little bell icon, so we know when we go live. If you're not following on Twitter and you have a Twitter, you can find myself at Duane S39. That's at DUANE S39. Got my normal co-host Connor Hurley at CHurls13. You can find the podcast at Two Goalies One Mike. Same thing for Instagram. You can find us on Facebook as well. If you're audio only, we are on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, wherever you get your podcast. So that being said, guys, I'll hang up and listen. Congrats to Team USA. Congrats to Tage Thompson. First gold medal since 1980 on the 46-year anniversary of the Miracle on Ice. Congrats. Well-deserved. They picked the right team this time around. I'll hang up and listen. We will talk to you later.